No worries.
No worries.
Isolation Nation, welcome to the Social Distancing Social Club. I'm Ben Glebe, and my air conditioner's broken. And it is 100 degrees. 100 degrees. You think I'm exaggerating? Hey Siri, what's the temperature? 100 degrees outside and inside on account of the broken air conditioner. Can't breathe. I didn't sleep on account of this also. I feel terrible, and I think that's a good a vibe as any to start our show. Don't you? This is the Social Distancing Social Club. There's no point in showering anymore. That was already true in the pandemic, and now it's double or triple true. So excited. We have a very special show today, a very special guest. But before we get to that, we got something even less special. And that is the... Sorry, Steve. The second leg of the four-legged tripod that makes up the quarantine. Please give a very warm welcome to the one and only Steve Hofstetter, everybody. Steve,
I know I'm less special than the guest. I absolutely know that. Also, I love that even when you asked Siri what the temperature was, even Siri was like, "Give me a minute. This is real. Oh, it's really hot in here."
It's hot, dude.
That was great.
This is literally Nellie's favorite kind of day, and Nellie is running around naked like a loose Spectrum employee in my house.
Yeah, the problem was that you know what? I'm just gonna move on from that. Actually, I don't want to.
You don't want to riff on a nude Nellie? Riff on a nude Nellie a little bit.
No, I was not gonna riff on the idea. You said running around your house naked like a Spectrum employee. I'm like, what have you done to your Spectrum employees? And now I understand why they don't want to give you service, because you are making them service you.
Once they were here 10 or 15 times, shit got a little weird, Steve.
Yeah, that's the key. If you can fix Ben's cable within 14 times, it's okay. By the 15th time, nudity. That's
a
rule.
fact.
That's the rule. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the show, we appreciate that. Top right of the screen is our Venmo.
Typewriter the peen. What?
Typewriter the peen is our Venmo. I'm sorry, I'm a little thrown with what it being so the temperature is so comfortable in my home. It just threw me off.
Steve literally came over earlier today, was here for about 12 minutes. He's like, I'm very uncomfortable. I have to leave.
Yeah, it was very, very bad. The idea, it was the one time, like I even said to Ben, I was like, I'm wearing a mask. It's too hot in here. You're turning me into a Karen. I have to go.
He said that.
Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at sdscshow.com, or of course, you could super chat on our YouTube, throw in some Facebook stars, do all that stuff. And with that, please let me introduce another member that is of the quarantine that is less important than our guest. Please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Oh, wow.
Hey guys, what's up? It's like 63 in my room, so I'm a little chilly. So if I get a little shaky, I'm sorry.
You son of a bitch.
Why are you wearing the jacket?
Well, because I have to. It's about the brand. It doesn't matter if you're cold or not. Ben, I didn't know Spectrum made air conditioners. This is amazing. So I didn't even know that was a thing.
They do. They come over and they blow into your air conditioner system. You know what I'm saying?
I was wondering if they just blew in the tubes.
If there's one thing we know, it's that Spectrum blows. Anyway.
Yep.
Very cool. I'm excited to be here. We're going to have a great show. Let's get to it. Rachel, how you doing, Queen Rachel?
Queen.
Way too hot for that. It's funny, Bowers, you can read the minds of our fans. Gus Walsh tipped the show and said it looks like Spectrum installed Ben's air conditioning. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was one. In fairness, that was one I think we were all in agreement on. Anything that goes wrong in Ben's house, even like if Ben tries to fire off one of the face filters and it doesn't work, we're like, oh, Spectrum. Like it's just.
Yeah, I don't honestly know how. The power trip that these people that have power over your lives get to pull just by controlling your appliances is incredible. Like I finally got a hold of the air conditioner people on the phone, and I'm like, I couldn't sleep. It's day 2. Can you guys please come today? They're like, no, we can't. We can come tomorrow between 5 to 9 p.m. And I'm like, I have a show, and could you possibly come earlier? And literally the woman says to me, like I was in a hostage negotiation, she literally says, it's 5 to 9 p.m. and if you keep asking me these questions in a moment, even that won't be available. What is your decision?
Wow.
Like, I'm so sorry. I guess I'll take 5 to 9 and just the show will have to suffer. And also, at least the experience thus far is not as bad as Spectrum, which provides the world's worst internet coverage. And
Yeah.
The good news is
game.
5 to 9 means they'll be there at 9:20, so you're not going to miss any of the show. It's going to be fun.
True.
It's not gonna, so
That's true.
we did have a fun overnight game. It was SDSC spin-off show. So take a show and spin this show into an actual show. So Beryl had diffused the nightmares. Ben sees a new psychotherapist every episode to try to forget the mental picture of Bowers over 250 pounds with a shirt on, being the Elizabeth Berkley part of the floppy dolphin fish bucking from Showgirls.
And she just brought that back into my brain. Thank you.
Jeremy Day had 2 I thought were great. He said, starring Steve Hofstetter, meet the press secretary.
Or as I refer to it,
actually,
Madam Secretary.
Yeah, that was actually canceled after one episode.
And then Jeremy Day also had starring Ben Glebe, never made it to The West Wing.
That's fair, you guys. Once again, I did not win the presidency. Super slam.
I picked this one because this is literally a show that Ben pitched to me and Steve last week. He literally tried to get us to do this. He said, Social Distance Antique Roadshow, pilot episode, expert Ben Glebe values your household items through Zoom. Comedically values them.
I literally pitched that.
The network canceled during taping the second episode when people who saw the pilot refused to turn on their camera.
My response when Ben texted that to us was I said that sounds great. Like maybe each item could be put in some sort of bay, like maybe like an electronic bay. That could be.
I did totally, and I replied.
He goes, dude, what if we did like some sort of yard sale on Zoom? We could pitch the product like Home Shopping Network, and people would buy them at home and then ship them.
And I did forget that eBay exists when I pitched that, so that was a pretty good retort. But at the same time, and I'll pitch it to Isolation Nation, tell me if you think I'm wrong. Wouldn't that be cool though? People have like unique items they're willing to get rid of, and you just talk about them, tell the story, show what they do, and then people can bid on them on a Zoom? I still think it's a viable show. Would you tell us in the comments, would you watch and put up items on this show?
I also would like to say we are now auditioning for a 4th host because Ben is spinning off to his own show, apparently.
That's
Ben.
right. It's called Ben Teague's Roadshow, and it's going to be awesome. Vintage ladies, our first lot item, slightly damaged vintage ladies. Let's do this.
Carl Lane had right on cue, Ben, starring Ben Glebe, House of Excessively Large Cards and Other Props. My favorite was from Johnny, International Love Triangle, A rom sitcom about two lovely plaid-clad ladies in love kept apart by a plague and a secret boyfriend one of them has. I thought that one was beautiful. So that was the other night. You guys have any fun ones you liked there? Did you see any?
I actually liked Rachel, not host Rachel, other Rachel, had Isolation Nation dating game, and I'm just curious how that would work any more so than what's already been happening among the fans. Apparently, off like crazy.
As long as it's not between the hosts, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Hurtful, but understandable. Hurtful, but understandable.
It's hurtful because it's true. Anyway,
that's right. And all I'm saying is I could see that working. Fans, followers, supporters of the show, the Isolation Nation, meet each other and date each other based on mutual interest in bidding for their household items.
Yeah, I think that's
there you go.
Now you're trying to combine eBay and Tinder at the same time. Anyway,
right.
We have a great game today. It is Friday. Because it's Friday, it is Fuck It Friday.
Fuck It Fridays!
So, here's what you do.
Sorry, Rachel.
No, that was fun.
You're just loud.
You take a famous historical quote and you replace one of the words in that quote with any form of the word fuck. So, would you like to give any examples, illustrious hosts?
That's one small fuck for man, one huge giant fuck for mankind.
The only fuck we have to fear is fuck itself. I fucked it up. I fucked it Friday.
Or not to fuck. There's a lot. Anyway, the point is, the way you play the game, as always, you chat on any of our streams. You can enter on any of our streams, but if you would like to enter to win a prize, and the prize being a future ticket to the front row of this show, a ticket to Nowhere Comedy Club, and the digital albums of all of our hosts, you can enter by Venmoing or PayPaling or Super Chatting at least $5 with your submission, and then we will read those off at the end and pick a winner.
Sounds great.
All right, let's get to, there's been quite a few things that have come in. I did want to give a shout out. We had an anonymous person tip $100 yesterday and said it was an anonymous general on behalf of the Facebook group people who can't tip. And then she named a few people and said anyone else that feels like just watching isn't enough. It is. You all make the show viable. Much love to you all. So thank you.
That is absolutely true. If you can't afford to throw in, that's okay. You could just watching the show, liking it, sharing it. That's a ton of support. Look, it's not as good as money, but we still like it. It's awesome.
And that was me.
I said too much. I said too much.
Yeah, that tip was me, by the way. I can't be silent any longer.
Liar.
Also, I love the term the anonymous general. It's kind of like the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. It's very regal sounding. The anonymous general.
That's who the unknown soldier reports to.
Sure. You better believe it.
I don't think Trump knows any of his generals' names, so they're all unknown or anonymous to him.
But he does know more than the generals. I know a lot more about the military than the generals. I mean, think about it. Every day at STSC, it's just random people guessing things with the word fuck in it, and I know more than them, okay?
A couple more things. Yeah, a couple more things to catch up on. So Satsunda tipped the show $5 and said, when Spectrum does your air conditioning, you just hear the dial-up noise rattling through your vents.
That's really funny.
Oingo Boingo, long last name, said I can smell Ben through my phone.
Oh, idea for a new show. No, go ahead.
Smell nice.
Also said, so an OnlyFans for the Ben Gleib's Roadshow?
Interesting. In fact, we could sell fans there. I could use a fan right now. I would buy your fan.
And then just two more. Boomtown, $5, said showers in fast food restaurants. What's your take?
Showers in fast food restaurants?
Yeah.
My take is no.
Same.
Sometimes you eat enough fast food, you need a shower before you get your second half done. I like it. I like the idea of having a little break in between your. One time they had all-you-could-eat biscuits for 99 cents at Hardee's, and we went and we ate like 23 or 24. I could use a shower in the middle. That would have been good.
It gives new meaning to the term pork soft taco, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're saying, and I think I'm glad. I also, once we have the comics introduced, I do want to talk to people about the idea. I've never, whether it's like a comedy club that has one or like a theater that has like a shower in the green room, I've never done that.
Who's ever done that? Nobody.
I'm curious to talk about it when we have all the comics on. Anyway, Rachel, are we caught up?
One more thing. So Neverman is here. Tipped the show $20 and said, "Imagine Gilbert Gottfried doing Joe Rogan's escaped tiger routine." Any thoughts on Aristocrats? Haha. See you guys on tour.
That is very complex. We're all going to imagine it for the next 80 minutes. That's the rest of the show.
I don't even know the bit, but imagine a tiger coming towards you, and he's an angry tiger.
I don't like how much your Gilbert Gottfried sounds like your Chris Bowers. That did not make me feel good. That did not help. Ben, you want to introduce the audience?
Absolutely. Before we introduce our celebrity guests and our comedians, please welcome the lifeblood of our show, the video front row. Turn on your cameras, our dear front row people. Joining us today is Frankie Angles Nataro, host of Street Smarts. We've got Leedy at Art for My Heroes. We've got Tam Brown, who today is supporting for President Chulhu 2020. Chulu. Why vote for a lesser evil? Don't know what that is.
Killing me.
Don't know what the hell that is.
I actually think Cthulhu is the lesser evil.
You guys are speaking some kind of code I don't not know, and I'm too hot to understand. Brian Slivka's here. Thanks for joining us from Tron Town. Brian O'Connor's joining us from a beautiful beach scene. I wish I had that breeze on my face right now. Courtney Thorne-Smith, star of Melrose Place in the 90s.
I hate you so much
To flip me off on that, but I won't stop saying it. And of course, we are also here with Rachel Sui, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you all. It's wonderful to have you here. And now, it's an exciting moment, is it not?
It is.
Do I do it now?
Yes.
Oh, yes, introduce possibly
great.
the Hollers the comics.
We are being joined today by a very special celebrity guest. You know, we only book guests when the moment really calls for it. And this man is incredible. He is a Egyptian comedian, writer, producer, and surgeon, by the way. Throw that in there. Television host. He hosted a show called El Bernameg, which is The Show, translated. A satirical news program that many have compared to The Daily Show with Jon Stewart. And he also was named in 2013 as one of the 100 most influential people in the world by Time Magazine. Currently working on Tickling Giants, The Democracy Handbook, and Revolution for Dummies. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bassem Youssef, everybody.
It is so hot out here. It's so fucking hot. So hot. And I don't mind because, you know, I am from the Arab world, which means I am a tropical animal. So that's basically my habitat. Because that's basically what we do in the desert. We either are towel heads or completely nude. and we love being nude around our goats because, you know, the relationship that we have, our goats, you know. Everybody calls Arabs goat fuckers, and let me please, correct this misconception. We're not there anymore. I mean, we're evolving. We're kind of like joining the Me Too movement. But anyways, like, what people don't understand about goats is, for us, it is kind of an emotional support animal. Not an idea. We take it with us on planes, on camels, on other camels, on camels on planes. So that's what we. Okay, I'm just gonna put on my Golden State T-shirts.
Rachel's fine with you shirtless.
Well, just for the record, I took off my shirt once on this show as a surprise, and everybody reacted like this.
Yes.
Took off your shirt, people were like, okay.
As you know, this is a Golden State Warrior because, like, I need an extra reason to be profiled in Los Angeles as an Arab. So, like, I know that a lot of people think of me as an Arab, but I'm not a typical Arab. I'm basically an Arab and vegan, which makes me scary and annoying. So, and that is why I do not do CrossFit, because I believe that each person has a maximum of 2 red flags. So,
if that were true, Bassem, Bowers would have been retired a long time ago.
We also saw we have another audience member joined us. Shout out to Galina Priklonska. I think I got that right.
Hi. Yes.
And also, Ben, I not everybody reacted that way when you took your shirt off. Some of us calmly rushed to the stop video button. So like there were
Yes.
very
Just so you
Stop
know,
his-
just
that's
stopping
your-
your own video does not help anything. I'm still video.
I can stop your video, Ben.
The thing is, I'm like I'm listening to Rachel, and she's saying, you know, this and this tip $20, and this tip $5. So I thought maybe I'm in the wrong venue, and I need to go in and have $1 tips, like, you know. I don't have a poll yet, but I heard all of the tipping, so I might as well like get something with my skin.
If you don't have a Bassem, if you don't have a poll, you're not going to get a lot of tips. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I'm
By
pretty
the
sure
way-
he's got a good poll too.
By the
but,
way, speaking of Rachel, I love the poster of the pita bread behind you. It's amazing. It reminds me
The
of home.
tortilla.
it's a tortilla.
Oh, I
Thank you.
thought it's a pita bread. Oh my god.
Some people say that or a naan,
I
but
don't
I'll
know,
take either. Whatever you think it
You're
is. Is
stealing.
good.
Yeah, that's cultural appropriation. That's a pita bread.
Hey, we also have two great comics with us today. We also have two great comics as always. Gianmarco Soresi's back. Gianmarco, how are you, buddy?
Hi. I was feeling good until I saw Bassem without a shirt on. Now I feel like shit. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
His nipples are moving. His nipples are moving.
I can do that.
An impression makes you strong. That's impressive.
That's kind of like my silencer. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you,
We all-
by the way,
we-
Gianmarco,
we-
don't feel bad about yourself until you also find out that he is twice your age and still looks better.
Which he is.
I
We also have
feel
Laurie
that
Kilmartin is with us. Laurie, how are you doing? Laurie, how you doing?
Laurie Kilmartin.
Here I am. Hi. I'm good. Wow, Steve Hofstadter coming out swinging to Gianmarco. That's pretty cruel.
By the way, Laurie, I know it's your first time on the show. That's the nicest thing I've said to anyone on the show.
All right. Okay, I'm ready for you, motherfucker.
I will not be mean to Laurie Kilmartin. That will not happen.
Come on.
I
Yeah,
am
'cause
terrified.
she would destroy you, Steve. That's why you
Oh
can't be
yeah,
mean to her.
that's yeah.
No, but I've been weakened as we all have by Zoom, and I can barely tell a joke to a computer anymore. I'll do my best for 5 minutes though.
Our show typically raises money for the Martin Grant to help comedians who are out of work due to COVID-19. Today it's raising money for the Kilmartin Grant, so that's exciting.
Great. How much? It's called the Kilmartin Grant.
That's right. That's right.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm actually doing okay. I got a PPP loan, so send that money to Ben Cleve. We all know how he did in the election.
Well, those PPP loans, as I've said before, I think they probably named them that just because Trump was like, it's great. It's like I can pee on people 3 times in a row.
Exactly. Rachel, we got anything coming up? Catch up on right
Last one, Jeff Jones asked, did Ben make it to sound check on time? Ben?
He made it earlier than he's made it in a very long time, and still no.
Saw that
Only
countdown
8 minutes
clock.
late.
I saw the countdown clock you guys created, so I was here for a decent amount of it, and it wasn't down to the wire. And you guys really motivated me to be a better man, and I'm thankful. And I will probably be barely on time again tomorrow. But for this one day, it really had an impact.
now? Well, and not to be a dick, but he came into soundcheck and then interrupted everything and talked a bunch and was like, well, yeah, maybe just don't come to soundcheck. That would be better.
You don't want me to come to sound check.
Oh, I love that you, not to be a dick, but holy shit, you were just a dick. It was great.
I'm in the middle of my spiel explaining what the comics do, and I have to keep it in my head. And then Ben pops in, he's like, "Hey, how you doing, Laurie? How you doing, Gianmarco?" We talked. I'm like, "Hey, I'm in the middle of a thing here, but it's all right. It's great. I'm glad to see you, Ben. I'm happy you're here."
And our new lot item on the Ben Teeks Roadshow, we are selling authentic Chris Bowers red flags. If you guys are interested,
I got a bunch of them.
All right, I do want to ask Bassem before we get to a set, just because it's wonderful to have you here on the show. And you told me a story that was so incredible. Can you tell us the story of you having to explain your set to the Egyptian government?
So very quickly, I used to be a heart surgeon for 18 years of my life. 7 years of medicine, and then the rest was working as a heart surgeon. Then the revolution came, And by that time, I didn't have any intention to go into comedy. I mean, I'm a nerd, I'm a doctor, this is how I raised. Because in the Middle East, these are the choices that you're given. You're basically given one of three choices. You're a doctor, an engineer, or a disappointment. So I chose being a doctor. And the thing is, like before the Arab Spring, I mean, I was actually ready to leave the country. You know, like I said, like I need to leave. I can't stay here anymore. And I was accepted actually in a pediatric heart surgery fellowship in one of the most beautiful, amazing, sexy cities in America, Cleveland. And nothing tells you how desperate you are to leave your country, like getting excited to go to Cleveland. So the thing is, I was waiting for the papers, you know, the H-1 visa, which is, I think it's extinct now under Trump. So the H-1 visa, I was waiting for the papers, and then poof, out of nowhere, we had the revolution. And at that time, I used to watch Jon Stewart forever, and I kind of like had this fantasy of having something similar in the Arab world. So I started to put together like very short videos on YouTube, just satirizing the media and what. I mean, by the way, I know that you're still kind of like still exploring and discovering fake news media, but we've got it like a long time ago. I mean, it's 7,000. I mean, people say we're the cradle of civilization. We're kind of like the cradle of the end of civilization. I mean, we had that for a very long time, and then I started like, and then out of nowhere it exploded, and I was on TV shows, and I was offered a TV show, my own TV show, and I remember the day that I was actually signing the contract for my TV show. The papers for the H-1 visa arrived, and now I had to make a choice. Should I continue with my life, saving people's hearts, saving people's life? It's like everything that I've done for all of my life. Or should I choose a life of empty fame and money? I chose the fucking money. So I stayed, and I had my show, and it just exploded. Like millions of people watching the show. And then, by that time, the Islamists came to power, and they didn't like me that much. I made fun of them. I know, like the thing is, this is the thing about authoritarian figures. They all have very thin skin. I mean, in your case, orange skin. But I got like, you know, I was just making fun of them every day, every week, like my show. And then there was a warrant for my arrest. We woke up and I got a warrant for my arrest. And there's 4 accusations: insulting the president, insulting Islam, spreading false rumors, and disrupting the fabric of society, whatever the fuck that means. And I went there, and I was interrogated for 6 hours, and it was the craziest interrogation ever, because first of all, I mean, half of the people there were fans of the show. I was kind of escorted with police officers that were taking selfies with me, and then I sat in the chair, and then the guy said, like, I said, like, what am I doing here? It's like, well, we have to investigate your comedy. And I said, like, all right, how are you gonna do that? Well, we are going to play your episodes, and we're gonna watch it together, and you are going to explain like your jokes for us. And I said, like, and I said, like, is this my torture? Because like the worst thing is like for you as a comedian try to explain your jokes. And the thing is, they actually brought in my episodes, and the episodes were not recorded on a flash drive or a hard disk. They were recorded on those like CD-ROMs, you know, the very old ones, and they attempted to play it on a desktop computer running Windows 95 operating system. Because I mean, when it comes to oppression, we're very advanced. Technology, not that much. I was sitting here, and they tried to play the CDs for me, and surprise, it didn't work. And then another one, it didn't work. And after 20 minutes, I felt bored, and I sort of was like, "You need help with that." And the next 20 minutes, I'm actually their IT guy I'm trying to help them play the evidence against me. And I'm looking back to my lawyer, and he's like about to shoot himself. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? and I was sincere. I tried so hard actually to make it work, but it didn't. And then I said, well, I guess investigation is over. We've got transcripts for your show, which tells you that bureaucracy is always prepared. And I kid you not, for 6 hours, they were basically asking me. They were asking, like, they telling me the jokes in my show, and people in the back are laughing, and they're asking me, it's like, what did you mean with this joke? And I say, well, nothing. It's like, well, why did the people laugh? And I said, why don't you go ask them? And we went like this 6 hours. It's just like, it's the craziest thing. And I think after 6 hours, they were like, they felt how stupid this whole thing is. And I went out on bail and I went to my show. And basically that was like a very short-lived victory because, I continued to be harassed. And then the military came in and they had like a military coup. They removed the Islamists. They came. And then at that time, I was a national hero. I'm the guy who stood against the Islamists. But of course, now there's a new sheriff in town. And with the military, they are more sacred than religion. So I made the mistake of making fun of the military. And then I got, canceled a couple of times. And then I ended up escaping from Egypt. And I came here, I escaped, I left the dictatorship behind, and I came here just in time as you guys starting your own. Good job. I'm very, very proud of you guys catching up. And here I am. And I am in Los Angeles wearing a Golden State thing, because, and they're even, like, didn't even make it to the bubble, which is, I think I'm jinxing the whole United States thing, I came here, Trump became president. And then I became a U.S. citizen. Yes, and I became a U.S. citizen in January. And
you're one of the last ones we're allowing from the outside. Congratulations.
No, but here's the thing. Now, after years of suffering, of having an Egyptian passport, trying to get visas to go everywhere, and now I have a U.S. passport where I can go everywhere. Now we have COVID. I can't go fucking anywhere. I cannot go anywhere. Like, U.S. citizens are banned from everywhere. Is this me? Is this me? Am I jinxing you guys?
What is it about you that makes authoritarians follow you? What is it?
I'm like a fucking magnet. And now I have Trump. I can't go anywhere. And I even have protests of tear gas right next to my house. A couple of weeks, when the process, it was right there, and I could smell the tear gas, and it kind of like reminded me of the tear gas that I was smelling in the streets of Cairo during the uprising. The thing is, even those canisters were made in the USA, that was like the USA sending us their greetings, but they were expired gas canisters. So it smelled so bad. When I came here and I smelled the gas that you guys use, I have to say they smell very fresh. I mean, they're organic, they're vegan. I mean, it is good to be in a great country like America, where even when the country is oppressing you, is using the best quality tear gas. And even in Portland, when they're rounding people up and they're putting them into unmarked vans. I mean, they're like putting them in Dodge and Toyotas. I mean, back there, we just put them into like trucks, and they're piling them into like with cattle. So like, I really like my new home and how they are, like, even with oppression, I feel I'm like in a first world problem. So I'm very, very
fairness.
Awesome. Bassem, I gotta say, first of all, welcome to the first world oppression. We're happy to have you. And also, I had no idea that all we needed to do to take over Egypt was just install Minesweeper. Like, holy shit.
But also, I mean, in fairness to our unmarked van stealing innocent people from the streets technique, vans are much better than trucks. Trucks, they can just hop right out as soon as you start driving again. It's an open pack.
No. But it's kind of like, it's a specially designed trucks where they put them, there's like a thin covering, and they can pile them into it. So
Oh,
it's like
paddy wagon style.
It's a walking prison. Like, it's a moving prison. But here you have, like a Dodge or a Chrysler with like a 360 pilot. You can blindfold him and he can sit in and he can go around. And like, I've seen the commercial; they're amazing.
You have a little TV on the back of the driver's headrest. It's
like
super nice.
Would you like to have a preview of your torture?
Yes. Look, our
waterboarding director's cut. Okay.
Our unmarked vans got the J.D. Power and Associates top ranking 12 years in a row. So we have great vehicles. But in fairness, not to correct you, but we don't call it tear gas here in America. We call it freedom gas, okay?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
freedom gas because as the president, I have the
Oh
freedom
my God.
to gas people, okay? I can gas people whenever I want. It's very free, very free.
All right, we got to catch up. Rachel, what do we got coming in before we introduce the comic?
All right, first we've got Matt Burnett, 5 pounds to Bassem with love from Wales, distant cousin nation of sheep lovers.
Oh. Wales. Oh, he's that's where Catherine Zeta-Jones is. You are my friend, my friend. Like anybody who's, I think, is like six. Now I'm like, I think I have like less than 6 people separation between me and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I can take off my shirt there again if you want to donate.
You can take off your shirt, but can you slink in between security lasers, Catherine Zeta-Jones style?
I'm not that flexible now. It's all the dates that we eat. Okay.
Right. Should anything else catch up?
Yeah, we also had Technics, 5 Canadian, and said, torture for a comedian is explaining your own jokes. The reality you face is a taste of hell on earth, and I'm glad you've escaped. Great story.
Thank you so much.
I love explaining jokes. I don't know what these people are talking about. That's my favorite thing to do is explain jokes to people, but whatever.
That's the name of Bauer's recent album. Chris Bauer's explaining jokes.
The same way that Steve goes out and like explain to people what the kind of assholes they are.
Yes, it's that's a service we need in our society increasingly more every day, sadly.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing that on my Patreon. If you want to throw in a couple extra bucks, I'll tell off your mom.
All
Rachel,
right,
we caught up?
Yep, let's get to a comic.
All
right,
right, let's
comic
go.
time.
You can hear this next guy. He's a recurring champion. We love him. You can hear him on Hustlers. You have for Gianmarco Soresi, everybody. Woo!
All right. Oh wow, it's intimidating to follow Bassem. Like, let's have him like do a heart surgery, and then I can tell my fucking jokes. I took my first Uber this week since coronavirus in New York, and I'm rusty because I told my Uber driver I was a stand-up comedian, and he said, "Yeah, I know." He was like, "Oh, stand-up comedy is only funny if you're like really drunk." And I said, "Oh, I feel the same way about talking to my Uber driver." Thank God, you guys. I need this so bad. I'm so lonely. I tried going on a Zoom date, but there was no connection. It's not a great time to date people. Like, what do you talk about? Like, oh, what did you used to do for work? What was your mom's name? My roommate's good at it. My roommate, he met this woman on Hinge, and he went all out. First, before the Zoom date, he Postmated her flowers, and then he Grubhubbed her dinner, and then he FedExed some cum for her back. My poor roommate. My roommate moved from China to America in January. That's like boarding the Titanic from the iceberg. Having roommates during coronavirus, it kind of feels like I'm in an unfaithful marriage. Like every time he comes home, I'm like, "Where the fuck have you been? For protection, or were you a dirty slut?" I see a lot of couples, walking around where I see so many couples right now where like the woman's wearing the mask and the man is not. It's always the man. I mean, now when I meet a gay couple, I'm like, so who doesn't wear the mask in this relationship? And they say it's because some men think wearing the mask is feminine. And we know these type of men. You're not going to convince them with science. You need to make them think it's feminine to not wear the mask. You got to get Dr. Fauci up there to be like, oh, you don't want to wear the mask? Why? So you can suck dick faster? It's not progressive. No, but people are dying. A lot of Republicans won't wear the mask. I think it's because we told them it helps other people. We should have told them it hurts immigrants. Good. I'm glad I tried to get a lot of writing done in quarantine, but there's too many distractions to be productive. Like if Anne Frank had TikTok, there'd be no diary. Nazis, the Nazis would have caught her doing the attic challenge because she forgot to turn off her location. I should be happy. I should be in a good mood. I have my first real gig. I'm going to be performing on one of the first Carnival cruises in September. It's going from Miami to the Bahamas and then heaven. And the top deck. The top deck is one of those pools where you can actually swim to your ventilator. God, it all happened so fast, man. I remember in March when it was just like a couple dozen confirmed cases, and then April it was a few thousand. Now we are at over 5 million new podcasts. It's out of control. Social distancing is tough because I'm Italian, and Italians, we do a lot of hugging. We kiss each other goodbye, and some people don't like it. Like my roommate, he's not Italian. I remember when he first saw my dad and I kiss, he was like, "Ew. Do you kiss your dad in public?" And I was like, yeah. You know, it'd be weird if I only kissed him in private. I was like, hey, Pops, let's get out of here. Proper goodbye. But now when I see my dad, I mean, we can't even hug. It's like we're Irish. I will say this. I'll leave you on this. I did one good thing. I donated my iPad to a hospital. I think everyone should do it. I donated my iPad to a hospital. So, coronavirus patients who can't be with their loved ones in person can at least watch my stand-up. My time. Thank you very much.
Gianmarco Soresi, everybody.
Gianmarco Soresi. That's why we have you on the show, so that people who cannot be with their loved ones can watch your stand-up. Tip jar is open as always. If you want to tip, you can do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com, or of course, you can super chat. And by the way, Gianmarco, not to get all historically accurate on you, but I think the Nazis did catch Anne Frank doing the attic challenge.
Yikes. But hey,
I love Laurie's
Takes
little,
a
like,
dark
that was dark
joke and makes it darker.
look, that might be true, Steve, but at least it went viral.
Oh my God, that was great.
Rachel, do we have any subject changers coming in?
Yes, we do. We had Jessica in our live audience tip Gianmarco $25 and said, "I was speechless before, and now I'm speechless in an entirely different way."
What does that mean?
Where's my first tip?
It's a general. I'll read it after Gianmarco's set.
No, it's not a general. It was for Hussein.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Jessica tipped $100 and said, "I am speechless."
See, that makes sense for the first
so
one.
it makes
Now the
sense.
second one
That
makes more
makes
sense. but the
Okay.
first
For a
one-
moment, I was like, Jessica, she'll get to the tip. And then I'm like, okay, now it totally
Now it makes sense. You're
that
right.
makes sense.
For a second, I thought that was God talking, so I'm glad it's Jessica. Thank the Lord.
Wait, it's not.
Thank you, Jess. There was also Technics to Canadian Gianmarco, off the iceberg and onto the Titanic.
I love it.
All right. Matt Burnett, £5. You're relentless. I love it. No words. I should have sent a pervert.
Sure, I'll take what I can get at this point. Send money, a pervert, whatever you want.
Five pounds. 5 pounds as in currency or as in weight?
Or as in
5 pound
activities.
I don't understand why America is the only country in the world is like with the imperial system. I don't know. I mean,
Hey, Bassem.
What?
I'll have you know that the fine nations of Guyana and Myanmar are also just as stupid.
But the thing is, like, drug dealers are the only ones, like, here in America who still use grams. I mean, like, everybody is using imperial until you buy some drugs. Now it's all in grams.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to do a joke about telling an airport security guard like how much my stuff weighs in kilos, and like how because if you know that you're either a drug dealer or a science teacher. Those are the only two options.
And if you're a fan of Breaking Bad, you could be both of those things.
Yeah. Rachel, what else we got?
We had Lola tip €5 for Gianmarco for masculine masks.
Nice.
Like it.
Tam, $5. I'm not sure I'd count on that cruise ship's final destination.
Oh shit!
Holy shit.
They're going to hell.
Well, now my joke's the second darkest on the show.
You're welcome.
Bassem and I actually met once before. I don't know if you remember this. We met on a cruise ship where we were both performing, the Summit at Sea ship.
Oh, yes.
Long time ago. It was an incredible trip. Were you there in 2016 or in 2015?
Yeah. This is just I just like came to America right before Trump, so I was kind of like preparing for the apocalypse.
Yes, it was the day after Trump got elected. We left that morning.
Yes.
On a cruise ship. We all were like, let's leave the country immediately. Wild.
All right, we also had Flabbergasted, tipped €5 and said brilliant jokes.
Oh,
We've
Nice.
got Frank Notaro, $5, great set. And then we had some generals that had come in. Jess again, I love Jess. She tipped $100 more and said, I don't want to disappoint you, Rachel.
That's amazing.
You can't.
Thank you, Jess.
I want to be friends with Jessica.
Thanks, Jess. John York, $5. He said he just wanted to support this show, so thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Neverman is here, $20. The one who had that Gilbert Godfrey reference and said, "Rest in peace, Gilbert Godfrey."
I don't know what that means.
We had Renee tip the show $10 and said, "Bassem, thank you for sharing your incredible stories with us."
Thank you.
And then Andrew in our live audience for Bassem, so he can get some za'atar from Egypt and a copy of Tamer Hosni.
Oh yes. Oh nice. Okay, that's references that I can only understand, but you cannot.
Wait, and that is either.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Whoever tipped with that is either Egyptian or just Googled 2 Egyptian things.
But thank you for the money.
And then we had one last one. Alex Winter, $5. Steve, my
Yes.
girl and I are attending your show on the 22nd. Will there be any content about Trump? It's our favorite part.
The 22nd of what?
2023.
In 2022nd? Like the 2022nd year?
Well, do you have a show every 22nd of the month? How many 22nd shows you have?
Maybe, I don't know, if that's a Saturday, that might be the Ask Us Anything show at Nowhere. If it's a show in person, you are not attending one of my shows this year. That is not a thing. Yeah, my tour is canceled through November 1st now. I haven't canceled November yet, but give it time.
Anyway.
All right, we're caught up.
All right. Do we want to get into another set?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Coming next. She's a writer on Conan. Give her the very funny Laurie Kilmartin, everybody. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Gosh, I'll start with telling you I've had a rough pandemic. I started cutting myself, not for emotional reasons. I'm in my 50s and I miss bleeding. I just like to do it every 3 to 4 weeks. And I try to do it in public when I don't have Band-Aids, just to keep the spark alive. Makes me feel young. No, I have had a rough pandemic. My mother did die, and Gianmarco, her name was Joanne, to answer the question from your set. My mother died from COVID in June. This is true. And she was a Trump supporter. So the coroner ruled her death as suicide. Yeah. The notes on the death certificate said she voted for this, and I couldn't argue. So, Mike, you have a point. Here's what makes me mad is she died in a nursing home, and I'm mad because she lived with me for 4 years, and I've been trying to give her COVID since December. You know? Because I knew it was coming. Like when Trump was elected, I was like, oh goody, we're gonna have a pandemic. It's just, I don't know where it's from. And then when he fired the pandemic team in Wuhan, I'm like, here we go, you know? I stopped washing my hands January 1st. This was my mask the entire time. I tried to bring COVID home every day, and yet she had to go to a nursing facility to do it and die. And that's typical of our relationship. A final fuck you to me. Not giving me the satisfaction and closure I needed. That's my mom, for sure. And she actually did die over iPad. It was so, I can't tell you how weird it is to watch your parent die on a screen that you recently watched people come. You know, as this pandemic continues, I recommend people get a backup iPad for your parents' death. I think I missed some stuff. There was goo on my iPad.
Oh my God.
I squirted. It was good. And I missed a final. I think it was in my mom's eye, technically. So I felt terrible. I felt terrible. So that's not even a joke. That's just a tip for you guys. And I'd like to state, and I don't want to complain, guys. You know me. I hate to complain, but my mom died on June 18th, and it's August 13th, right? Well, I have noticed the people have stopped giving me their condolences. Like, I had a nice hard month of every email starting with, first of all, allow me to, and then it was a condolence, right? And now people are just saying, hey, what's up? My mom's still fucking dead, asshole, and I'd like a condolence. You can give me a condolence at my Venmo. I looked at everyone who's in this meeting. This is my list of people who have given me condolences, and no one at this meeting has given me a condolence. You're all on notice. I don't know how much time I've done. Now, I will tell you this, that my son, I have a 13-year-old. Here's the thing. Before my mom died, I was doing this joke. I'd be like, I'm quarantining with a 13-year-old and an 82-year-old. Coincidentally, that's my age range on Tinder. You know, I can't do the 82-year-old joke because my mom died, and I can't do the 13-year-old joke because it's too close to Jeffrey Ross's actual life. So I'm out of joke. Oh, that's my light. Okay. Somebody wants to submit a writing packet to Jeffrey Ross. Got it. I'll wrap this up, guys. We all need our jobs. I get it. My son is watching a lot of Dr. Pimple Popper, and very disturbing. To me, this is the gateway to porn, this show. It's a female doctor in a lab coat. People are coming to her, strangers, taking off their clothes, and she's massaging a protrusion till it explodes on her face. I know just that description has aroused at least half of you. What I've decided is if I catch my son watching porn, how I'm going to handle it is I'm going to sit down and watch it with him. Because what better way to deter him from watching more porn than the memory of his mother commenting on what he was trying to see? So I'll tell him the truth. I'll be like, honey, women don't make that noise, okay? Women only make that noise when they're really behind on their rent. that lady's getting up so high. My guess is she owes $3,400 tomorrow. Okay, that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much.
Kilmartin, everybody. Laurie Kilmartin. First of all, my condolences. Tip jar is open.
Thank
Top
you.
right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com, or of course you could super chat on the YouTube. A couple of things. One, when you guys reacted to my joke earlier about how dark it was, I was just sitting here being like, I've known Laurie Kilmartin for 15 years. Buckle the fuck up. She's not.
That set was so dark that Steve, during your set, applied to start performing at children's birthday parties.
Also, speaking of Laurie and dark jokes, I will say that watching you, like your Twitter during while you were losing your mother was one of the most honest, hilarious, and heartbreaking things I've ever seen. It was something that like every artist should aspire to be able to be that present and creative in that kind of situation. And so I just wanted to shout that out. And if anybody wants to scroll back through your timeline to find that stuff, it was really incredible writing.
Thank you. I pride myself on being a heartbreaking comedian. So thank you, Steve.
I'm saying it was both. It was the ability to be emotional and funny at the same time.
I get it.
It's impressive. Yeah, fuck you. Anyway, so it's good to have you on the show.
Don't give me a compliment, you done.
I forgot. I've known you long enough. I should have known. My apologies for being kind. Rachel, what do we got coming in?
Also, Laurie, your mom died on my birthday. Do you think that was on purpose? What's the purpose of
that was a present to you. I was trying to get her in before Juneteenth, so I was really excited that she died on the 18th.
Oh my gosh.
That was nice of her, at least.
Yes.
Laurie, I like your strategy for the porn with your son. I had a friend we were growing up that when it was VHS porn, and he told me that you could re-record. So she had figured this out, and his mom, in the middle of one of his porno tapes, recorded with a VHS tape, like right at the good part, going, "What are you doing? Get that out of your hands, you dirty son of a bitch!" Holy shit! That came up in the middle of porn. His mom scolding him on VHS, and that was it. He didn't have an boner for like 2 years.
That's horrifying. And now he's probably a stand-up comic. Oh, that was a terrible strategy.
Also goes one of two ways. Either that stops him, or that's the only way he can come now.
That's exactly where I was going with that, Ben. That is a risky maneuver. That's a roll of the dice for sure.
She wasn't that hot.
By the way, Leedy in the chat just said Steve starts with my condolences and ends with "fuck you." Yeah. Okay, what do you want from me? It's a Friday. Rachel, what do we got coming in?
Fucking Fridays.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of condolences and tips coming in. So
my mother
Thank
did
you guys.
not die in vain, you guys. That's important.
Also, just know I don't need the condolences. I'll have another birthday.
So coming in first, so we've got Matt Johnson tipped both comics and said all three sets, so including Bassem's story, was awesome. Andrew, $15 for the gallows humor and knowing that Darwin was onto something. We've got Jonathan S, $5. Steve, I think, for Laurie, but Steve, I think you called the darkest joke of the show too soon.
Sure as fuck did. I think mine is like 12th now.
Steve's next video is gonna be family-friendly comic lightly destroys people with fun knock-knock jokes.
Oh, you know what just happened? I don't know if you've ever seen like the first person to like go in an Olympic heat and they put them in like gold medal contention when you know full well that they're not gonna stay there. You're like, they're just everybody, and they end up last. That's what just happened. That is what just happened with my dark joke.
He said, who's in
Steve,
heat?
your loved ones will die soon. Don't worry.
Wait.
I mean, I
halfway
pay
there,
a heavy
Laurie.
price for that first place.
Who was in
what's
heat?
that?
Who was in heat? Who's horny? Did you say something about someone in heat? I'm sorry, English is a second language. I'm sorry, what?
I am in heat. I am in 100-degree heat right now.
Oh,
Yes, and
okay.
Bassem, when you took your shirt off, Rachel was in heat. So
Rachel,
That's
you know
accurate.
who you look like? You look like Kristen
Milioti.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Especially when my hair is a bit straighter. I get it every day.
Okay, all right. I'm not special. Okay, all right.
It's special because
No, hold on. Let me just.
I was just trying, to get a little bit.
Let me just point out that the heart surgeon turned television host who ran from the Egyptian government just said, "I'm not special."
My favorite part of that whole story was he's accidentally a famous comedian. He had no intention of doing that. He was spending a whole life trying to be famous comedians. Not that this dude with those shoulders, fucking heart surgeon to children, all of a sudden like, man, and it works out. Fucking beautiful.
I think
what it says is no matter who you are, if you compliment a woman wrong, you're fucked.
Also, I think we just proved what all comics suffer from is that we're all trying just far too hard. You just have to not.
I'm trying to make she's actually one of my favorite actresses, and she's very, very funny. But it seems that I'm bombing right in front of you here. I mean, come on, through the screen, I'm giving you some. I mean, star.
I'll take it.
I also like. I just want to point out.
And the pita bread behind you, and nothing.
I also want to point out.
She's negging you, Bassem. This is her move. This is how she does it.
Wait. I want to point out.
Wait. In American, U.S. culture, when somebody shows me their armpit, does that mean anything? I don't know. She was like, does that mean anything? Is that a rejection?
When we do this, that means something.
How women reject? Is this how women reject people?
I think she just divorced you. I don't know.
Also, Bassem,
back in the Middle East, when women reject us, like plant a bomb. I mean, that's what we do.
I mean, coming from the Middle East, maybe don't say you're bombing. That would be a good idea. But also, I think we just figured out your entire life strategy. I think your whole life story was meant to this moment. You escaped an oppressive Egyptian government to come to America and find the queen of pita bread. This is your life.
but here's the thing about bombing. Everybody is using this. By the way, this thing. I hope I don't bomb tonight was basically the most common joke that any Middle Eastern or Arab comic would say whenever they come on stage on any comedy club. And it's like, oh my God, the Arab people, self-deprecating humor. But the thing is, if you look at the English language, I mean, if you analyze it, for example, this is what Americans say is if you're failing at something, you're bombing. If you're really good, you're the bomb. If you are doing amazing, you're killing it. If you're trying something for the first time, you're taking a stab at it. If you are having a nose, you're blowing. If you're having a cold, you're blowing your nose. If you're doing cocaine, you're doing blow. It's just, and then with a language like this, you call my people violent. Fuck you guys. Come on.
All I heard was blow.
That's the highest level of sexual satisfaction when somebody blows you. Anyway, so.
Rachel, catch us up.
All right, I'm gonna try to get through this.
Yoti.
we had Leedy tip $5 and said, I can finally tip. I feel like a real adult now.
Yay!
Courtney tipped $5 and said, Laurie, my condolences.
Thanks, Courtney.
A slacker named Jack, $5. Condolences. Make it feminine to not wear masks. The person next to you will change your mind way faster than the media. Peer pressure for the win.
Nice.
Hard to determine who that tip is for, but sure.
Where is Jessica's tip this time around? Where is her 100?
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's 100.
I'm waiting, Jessica.
Peter Amsel, 10 Canadian. Laurie, awesome set, and my deepest condolences.
Thanks, Peter.
Matt Burnett, £5. Laurie, you're my hero for dragging those jokes out of hell. We also had Technics, 5 Canadian. Laurie, I'm sorry for your loss, but your set made it so much easier for me to handle. You punched harder and harder, and it felt great.
Oh, thanks.
Frank Frank Moritz, $5 for Laurie, laughing out loud. Darkest said I've heard recently. Here's a condolence.
I'll take it.
Frank Notaro, $5. Laurie, sorry about your mom, but you killed me.
Thank you, Frank.
If you guys know this, but the host of TV Street Smarts is now dead, apparently.
Instead of dollars, can we give these to Laurie in condolences?
Let's just buy her a bunch of Hallmark cards.
We also had Jess tip $25. My condolences, Laurie.
Thank you, Jess.
Got
Is
Renee.
that Jessica again? Oh my God, Jessica is amazing. I love Jessica.
Yeah.
She's
Close
loaded.
enough for a second
She's
iPad.
loaded. Where do you live, Jessica? Where do you live?
Suddenly, Rachel doesn't look as much like a TV star, huh?
Love you, Jess. We also had Renee Hutchison, $10. Laurie, you're redefining gallows humor, and I love you for it.
Thanks, Rachel.
Renee, Dave Adler, $5 for each comic, and said, "Oh my God, Laurie! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!"
That I've heard
Also-
before, but
Yeah,
not
on her iPad. She's that on her iPad a lot.
Yes.
Oh.
That's all, iPad number 1, right?
Oh God, no.
Oh my God. Christopher Capo, $20. My condolences to you, Laurie, and Gianmarco for the attic challenge joke. Tam, $5. Laurie, you made a nurse throw up a little in her mouth. Well done. Such a thrill to see your set live, and my condolences.
Thank you. Thanks, nurse.
And then we had some generals. I was waiting for Ben to make some music. Thank you, Bowers.
Thank you.
Wait, Bowers, did you just do the theme from Bonanza?
That's what I do every day. The theme from Bonanza. Bowers
I
did it.
thought you just say bum ba bum ba bum. I never. All right, you know what? My fault. I didn't realize that was your interpretation of the army.
Yeah,
Bonanza.
I was going to explain that joke to you, but you make fun of me for explaining jokes, so I didn't, and you didn't get it again. So there you go.
And we just proved that Steve never listens to me.
Wait, we just proved that?
The first time I've heard it. I don't watch the show, but
We also had Victoria, $10 general tip. Thanks for all the laughs. Alex Winter, $3, and said, Bassem, you look like Joe from Impractical Jokers.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know what
I
that
see
is.
that.
I
Yeah, I
don't
see that a
know
little
what
bit.
it is, but like, I mean, I'm glad to be likened to anybody who's not an Arab. That is less profiling in my airport.
He's the hot one, so you're,
Okay.
you're in good company.
I'm trying to find a picture. He does not look. You don't look like him.
Oh God!
You,
I got bad news for you, Bassem. I got very bad news for you. This is Joe from Impractical
Yeah.
Jokers.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
You're much more handsome.
Damn!
Yeah, that's coming from Kristen Milioti.
Joe from Practical Jokes would not flood Rachel's basement, so you know you're. better looking.
Flood my basement.
Why did Rachel turn British there? Flood my basement. What was that?
That accent she just did was just the closest she's come to pronouncing something from Harry Potter. That's what just happened.
Wow.
Rachel, do we have any more generals?
Yes, we do. So we actually had Michelle Bailey tip Laurie $10 and said, my aunts and I giggled over an inside joke as we made my mom's funeral arrangements. We got caught by the funeral director who insisted that we explain the joke to him too. Thanks for your wonderful dark humor and reminding me of that moment.
Oh, thank you.
And that funeral director also was a member of the Egyptian military police, so that's weird.
We also had Dana Z. Bunster tip the show $100 and said, Bassem, you're my hero. I'm on pain meds right now, so I missed half the show, but great to have you on this and any show.
Oh, thank you,
Awesome.
thank you very much. Did you tip?
She tipped the show $100.
Oh my God, where does she live?
Did you just break up with Jessica?
No, I got rejected by Jessica and by Rachel. Like,
And let me guess, Bossam's next line, he's going to say, and Z Bunster, my God, you look so much like insert famous actress here. And I've always loved her.
Can I make it clear? I didn't reject anyone. If Zara wasn't in my life, then you know.
And your boyfriend.
Oh, and my boyfriend.
Have a boyfriend.
giving me the armpits again.
It's so hot. It's so hot.
Also, just bear in mind that if stand-up doesn't work out for Bassem, his fallback is heart surgery.
Well, the thing is, like, I have to tell you, like, when I was in heart surgery, when doing heart surgery, I actually hated it. I mean, I was doing it, out of duty, because the thing is, like, in the Middle East, parents do not really force you to be like surgeons or like doctors. They say, like, Habibi, you can be anything you want. You can be a physician, a dentist, a pediatrician, anything you want, but you don't have to be a doctor, and they want to push it at you. But I have to tell you, like, I'm actually glad that I left medicine. I'm doing comedy because of that decision. Many more people are alive today, so I'm very happy.
I feel the same way about leaving TGI Fridays for comedy. I hated that the whole time too. So.
That many more people are alive today because you don't work at TGI. All right, sorry.
Yeah.
Giggling.
Bassem went in his career from killing to killing. It's a pretty incredible career trajectory.
All right, Rach, we got it.
All right. Yeah, no. We've got a few more things to catch up on, and then we can do the game. So we had Hadley, $10, and said, I used to be bi, but Bassem just made me full gay.
I don't know which direction they're going. That's either real good or real bad.
I think it was the good direction. I think it was...
I think it was toward Bassem.
Did he tip?
He's about to.
Second question, where does he live?
You look like The Rock.
He's about to do at least just the tip.
All right, Michelle Bailey, $10. Bassem, the linguist in me, loved that little rant of yours.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
My girlfriend Zara is watching now and tipped the show $10 and said, hey, lay off. The only one who is allowed to come for my queen is me and Bassem.
Where does Zara live?
Lives in Australia, so I think you're probably fine. You got a closer run there.
Okay.
But your visa won't work, so you can't get there. So I'm concentrating on the States for now.
I love that clap back from Zara right there was basically her across the transatlantic version of "Stay away from my mans."
She's learned from Savannah. I love it.
Yes.
She also tipped $5 more and did hashtag bomb pussy.
If you think her pussy is bomb, you gotta wait until you see her armpits. They're next level.
Is that because it's banned from airports? Like what?
That's right.
All right.
There's more than 3 ounces of liquid. I'm sorry.
You just walked Powers.
Oh my God! That was a great joke. That's a great fucking joke. Holy shit!
Wow.
That's the new Cardi B song.
That's the new Cardi B song.
Topical.
Yeah,
It was topical.
wet ass pussy.
All right, last one, then we can do the game. Andrew in our live audience tipped $10. Love the disconnect that Bassem brings into the conversation and the violent language Americans use. Good job, Habibi.
Habibi, thank you, Habibi. Give me bakshish, okay.
All right. Let's play the game.
Doesn't know what that means.
All
Can
right.
someone else make the announcement of the game?
The game. While Rachel gets her shit together, the game is it's Fuck It Fridays. So we are fucking up a historical quote. You take a quote and you replace one of the words with any form of the word fuck. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start out by reading a couple that are not official entries, some of our favorite unpaid ones. And then we're going to go to the paid ones where we're going to vote on our favorite. So, Rachel, you good?
I'm good. Let's do
All right.
it. I just had to collect myself. Quick 30-second meditation. All right. So these are, I was only able, because I was so distracted the whole show, I only got 2 unpaid entries instead of 3 this time.
Okay.
But whatever. Fuck it, because it's Fuck It Friday. So Mark Slatery. The fuckers are coming, the fuckers are coming. And then Sleepy Bear Machine had, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it fuck.
That is true, you guys. That is very true.
By the way, for the fuckers are coming, the fuckers are coming. Is it 1 if by land, 2 if by... All right, you know what? That's...
Do it
All
by
right.
semen? Is that where you're going? Okay.
By the
And
way,
so-
when the fuckers are coming, they make this sound. Bum, bada, bum, bada, bum, bada, bum, bada, bum.
Wait, is
All
that
right.
from Bonanza?
I'm very thirsty, by the way, but you can't make me fuck for water. It's either you offer me water or you don't, okay?
Jesus Christ.
All right, Rachel, what do we got?
Okay, so this is, these are the entries that we're going to be voting on. So the ones that are read live on air, and then the ones I read going forward. So or anybody in the audience, if you want to read yours on air, please raise your hand in the participants window. So let's go to Tam first.
I'm not sure I can talk.
You and me both, Tam.
Fucking is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy.
Love it.
Not gonna argue.
Fuck, we have a problem. It is the first responsibility of every citizen to fuck up authority.
Nice.
Stretching historical a little bit to boldly fuck where no man has fucked before.
Which I think would be the armpit, probably.
No!
And I don't know if you, Ben, I don't know if you know what is it, Rule 37?
What is it?
About that? The rule is that if you can think about it,
36.
there's porn of it.
34, rule 34.
34, Rule 34.
34.
Sorry, I got the wrong
Yeah,
one.
whatever
What's
it is,
Rule
there's porn for it.
37, Steve?
You don't want to know Rule 37.
Google any of this.
Really bad.
So the game, you have to replace a word with fuck, or can you add it in order to kind of, emphasize it?
You have to
You can do
replace
whatever
a
you
word.
want.
You can do
Whatever you want to do,
want.
though.
Yeah, but you're allowed to at the end after we do all the entries, we go to our comics and our guests. So
Oh, okay.
you
All
can
right, guy.
you can
Pen and
fuck it up
paper.
any way you want. Rachel
Look it
agrees
up any
with
way
that.
you want, and then Rachel said you can do whatever you want, and I don't know if she's referring to the game with that statement either.
Let's go to Brian Slivka.
All right, I have 2. The first one is from George Bernard Shaw. I liked it when he said, "Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about fucking yourself."
As someone who's been quarantined alone for 5 months, that is a great quote.
And the second one is from Ben Franklin. It is better to take many fuckings than to give one.
I love it.
All right, let's go to Andrew.
We can't hear
Andrew,
you.
we
buddy.
can't hear you.
That's still my vote, though. I love your entry.
Who doesn't love a silent fuck?
That's right. That's
Not
right.
really.
Can you all hear me
There
now?
we go. There you
Yes.
go. Yeah.
So the one song, one of them is from our Constitution, 4 scores and 20 fucks ago. Then I know I'm gonna go to hell for this, but it's now I lay me down to sleep. I pray my soul the Lord to keep, and if I should die before I wake, I pray the fucks. My soul, something about like my fuck to take, but you know what I mean.
All right, perfect. You nailed it. You nailed it. Fucking
Quick idea. Try it again on mute.
And I'm with you. That's my vote. Sorry, it's.
And there was something about fucking in there that was gonna be great. Just trust me, it was good, and it just the confidence.
The Lord, my soul to fuck. That's the end of that one. All right.
Let's go to Jess. Jessica.
Hey guys, how are you today?
Hey, Jess.
So Bassem, I knew an Egyptian boy once, and he loved armpits. I know where you were going with that.
Oh no, you got me wrong. I don't have armpits.
Oh no, it's okay.
No, I have foot. I'm more into feet. I'm more into feet, not armpits.
You know.
But
Jess,
Jess,
what do you got?
But Rachel is not showing her feet, so.
I got 2 quotes.
All right.
One is for when people who actually agree with me try to argue with me. I can't remember where I found it, but I've used it for many years, and it's if you fuck your allies, you soon have another enemy. And the other one is my own quote. So big sugar, big fuck, everybody.
Thanks, Jess. Let's go to Courtney.
Gosh. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for fuckboys to do nothing.
That's what they're best at.
And history will be kind to me, for I intend to fuck it.
All right, let's go to Brian
Which one?
O'Connor.
Oh, I've got 2. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the fuck that you plant. And that's from Robert Louis Stevenson and from Franklin D. Roosevelt. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot in it and fuck on.
I gotta say, it works.
Okay, Casey, let's go to the other Rachel Sui.
Rachel, we can't hear you. But you're in a lovely park.
No.
He's muted.
No, it's not mute. It's.
I think she put her hands in the air and said, "Fuck it." You know, that works out. It's Friday, you guys. I say we just wait a very long time until this figures out audio.
Put it in the chat.
No, let's go to Frank. And then, Rach can put it in the chat. Frank, do you have some?
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
No, Andrew already did that
one. Yes, we fuck.
I see that one took you so long to remember that one.
All right, let's have Leedy close us out.
All right, I'm gonna do my entries first, and then I have some art to show you guys.
Woo!
My first is what Britain needs is a fucking lady, Margaret Thatcher. The man who is fucking against the stream knows the strength of it.
That's a Jamie Kennedy quote, by the way.
The very powerful quote, we shall fuck them on the beaches.
Problem is, sand gets everywhere.
History is more or less fucked. Float like a butterfly, fuck like a bee. History is written by the fuckers. The lady doth fuck too much, methinks. My only regret is that I have but one fuck to give her my country.
And that should have been the campaign slogan.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now you make suggestions, huh, Steve?
I fuck, therefore I am. Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must fuck silent. And that's it for me. So I made this yesterday.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Wow.
Oh my God!
And then-
Kitty, where do you live?
Awesome. She's 18. Stop it.
I don't mind.
Just wants to pose and Seems legal.
I need to meet people outside of screens. That's the whole thing.
Well, I'm in New Mexico. It's probably not much better. Yeah.
That's,
it's
by
just-
the way, that would actually work quite well because it's pretty much the same terrain as Egypt.
lots of deserts. Yes.
Yes. This is another one. This is Steve.
Wow.
Wait, what does it say?
Wow, that's a great one.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
We have my subject change,
Nice.
Rachel.
Nice.
And then pole dancing Bassem. I'm wearing
All that while we were speaking? That's right
amazing.
now?
During the show.
Wow!
This is the saga of Ben and his Spectrum guys.
I look so sad and also like resigned to that reality.
Oh boy! And then the very last one is another pole dancing Bassem. I'm sorry.
Oh my God! Did that try? No, nobody is surprised by this. Nobody is like blown away by this.
No, welcome to the show, Bassem. We're used to it.
She's awesome.
Is this
It's
American Got
incredible.
Talent? This is American Got Talent online, right?
Incredible. Also, though, it's a little bit less incredible than it seems because the show is scripted, and so she gets these in advance. Part of that, I'm glad you did good with your table read. You missed table read, but you still got it.
Do Rachel's armpits.
And then mail them to Bassem.
I will.
Mail them to me, and I'll hand deliver. All right. So we had Rachel put her 2 entries in the chat. So she said, the same as Leedy, so I regret, but I have only 1 fuck to give for my country. And she also said, ask not what your fuck can do for you, but what can you do for your fuck?
I like it.
And then here are a bunch of other ones. So we've got Amina Sala, Martin Luther King, I had a fuck dream.
Oh my God.
We had Zara from Churchill's. We shall fuck them on the beaches. We shall fuck on the landing grounds. We shall fuck the fields and in the streets. We shall fuck in the hills. We shall never surrender.
By the way, that's what's going to happen as soon as there's a vaccine.
That's true.
Zara, and I don't follow baseball, but everyone knows this line from the legend that is Babe Ruth. Every fuck brings me closer to the next home run.
That was actually how he trained.
Yeah. That and eating sandwiches constantly.
Zara, Benjamin Franklin.
I think he doesn't know the difference between fuck and third base. But anyways, okay, go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
No, he was a huge home run hitter. He knew how to fuck.
Zara, Benjamin Franklin. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Fuck me and I learn.
Oh my God. That should be on a dating profile.
And a quarter.
Zara from Margaret Mead on 2020. Always remember that you are absolutely fucked, just like everyone else. Zara, Jeremy Bentham citing Cesare, I'm not going to say that. The greatest happiness of the greatest number is the foundation of fucking and legislation. We've got Renee Hutchison. A woman is like a tea bag. You can tell how strong she is until you fuck her in hot water. Eleanor Roosevelt.
By the way, I think we all would have paid more attention to history class if it were like this.
True. Except for Ben, he doesn't pay attention to this either.
By the way, there's one who wrote Galina wrote it by mistake in the chat to me, not for everybody. She said to fuck or not to fuck, that is the question. The Galena.
Don't know if
She,
that was.
she wasn't playing the
that was meant
game.
just for you.
Bassem, she wasn't playing the game. She was sending you a message.
Yeah.
What was
Kidding.
Not to-
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Not to create.
The thing is, out of all of you, I know exactly where Galena lives. So she is Ukrainian and she lives in Jordan, Amman, Jordan.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
But y'all better know each other, or that's some scary shit.
Also, not to create competition for Rachel, but I understand Galena also do armpits.
Yes. Third armpit optional.
All right, here's some more entries. Jonathan S. The 9 most terrifying words in the English language are "I'm from the government and I'm here to fuck." Ronald Reagan.
That is true. That is terrifying.
Matt Johnson. To live is to fuck. To survive is to find meaning and in that fucking. Jonathan S. There's an old saying that says, "Fuck me once, shame on you. Fuck me, you can't get fucked again." George W. Bush. Savannah Martin. I'm so sorry I fucked you. I had to save the declaration.
That Nicolas Cage. His historical quotes.
That was a historical movie, you know.
It totally works.
Well, Nicolas Cage is history, anyways. I mean, he's.
Let me just say, I love fucking old parchments, okay? Oh.
How did you do this?
Bassem, the way it works is Leedy really draws something real quick for him, and he just holds it
God,
up.
she's so fast. Oh my God, she's amazing. So fast.
We also had Andrew. If it fucks, you must acquit. Johnny Cochran. We've got Ray Ivy. We are not the makers of history. We are fucked by history. Martin Luther King Jr. Renee Hutchison, Albert Einstein. Everything that exists in your life does so because of 2 things: something you fucked or something you didn't fuck. A slacker named Jack, Charles Schultz. All you need is love, but a little fucking now and then doesn't hurt.
By the way, I know that Laurie has to jump off real quick. Laurie, if you're still with us, do you want to plug your stuff real quick?
Oh, thank you. I do. I'll be headlining a show at Flappers tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So if you want to come see a full set, I'll be doing that.
All right, excellent.
Online,
Laurie,
online or live? Is it gonna be online or like in?
Yeah, online via Zoom. Yeah.
Okay.
And what's your social media?
Any Laurie 16.
Excellent. Thanks for joining us. And by the way, one of the other things that Laurie does on Twitter that's awesome is she tweets actual stuff that Trump does as if President Hillary Clinton did it. And it's really funny to see the reactions that people still don't get the bit. It's great. It's great.
Thanks. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you, Laurie.
Thanks, Laurie.
Bye. Yeah.
All right, a few more. So we have Gus Walsh, Thomas Jefferson. I find that the harder I fuck, the more luck I seem to have. We've got Evan Greenberger. My only regret is that I have but one fuck to give for my country.
Nice.
Renee Hutchison, Albert Einstein. Once you stop fucking, you start dying.
God damn.
Kind of agree with that. And as someone who's been quarantined by myself for 5 months, ow.
Gus Walsh, Ben Franklin. Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, fuck me and I learn. Jen Winklepleck had 2. Those who do not remember the fucking are condemned to repeat it.
That's true shit, huh?
And the second one from Jen is, your time is limited, so don't waste it fucking someone else's life. Savannah Martin. She's like, no one can tell me national treasure won't one day be a historical event. So here it is. You're treasure hunters, aren't you? We're more like treasure fuckers.
Next game is just gonna be fuck up a Nicolas Cage quote. That's what we're gonna do.
David Levy. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a fuck. Fred Rogers. Ashley Dotson had the lesser known version of Ben Franklin's quote is "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I fuck me and I learn." I even had that one. A lot of us did. Diana Gonzalez. The practice of fucking women on pedestals began to die out, and it was discovered that they could give orders better from there. Betty Grable.
Betty
I said,
Garble.
She's a terrible actress. She's a terrible actress. She couldn't understand a word she fucking said.
Rachel, you totally just Grabled that.
The new name for Bowers doing comic intros is Betty Garble.
I've been good this week. I've been really
You have been much better. You've
I've
been
practicing.
focused. Very
I practice
good.
at home now. I practiced before the show for like half an hour. Like,
Very nice.
Okay, so then Zara had what is hell? I maintain that it is the suffering of being unable to fuck. Sup, Steve? She said.
Wow.
Steve needs about 10 more seconds and he'll be finished. Oh, there we go.
Sword
God, is that a sword?
It's a saber.
That's the samurai sword you got from one of your shows, right?
The marine sword, yeah.
Yeah, marine sword, yeah.
Yeah.
No dirty.
I just figured, ritualistically stabbing myself in the stomach would be a good response to that. So.
Okay, last couple. So Amina Sala, if Trump gets re-elected, make America fucked again.
Nice.
And then to the rescue, keeps changing his on me. Let's see. His last one was, how about keep because life is beautiful, is a beautiful thing, and there's so much to smile about. Marilyn Monroe.
Nice.
I like it.
Those are all of them.
All right. Holy cow, it's a lot. Very good. I will start the voting. I liked a lot of them. I like once you start fucking, you start dying. I like that. But I think I'm gonna go with I had a fuck dream, just because just in context is so goddamn hilarious. I had a fuck dream is my vote. Gianmarco, what's your vote?
Oh, then I only have one fuck to give for my country. For
All right.
sure.
Very cool. Bassem, what was your favorite?
Oh, I'm gonna be biased to my friend Galina. To fuck or not to fuck, that is the question.
All right. Rachel.
I really like the Ben Franklin one. The tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, fuck me and I learn, because it's true.
Yeah, that's true. All right, Ben.
God, it's very hard. Very good entries, but I think my vote, I loved but one fuck to give for my country, but I'm going to go with life isn't about finding yourself, it's about fucking yourself.
This is going to be a tough one because right now, none of them have more than one vote.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This will be the first time that Steve's vote matters.
Someone who grew up in New York and lives in California, you're correct. It's so tough. It's so tough because
Is Steve talking about his penis after quarantine for 5 months?
Yes.
Oh, that's even before quarantine.
One of the toughest penises in the business.
Awesome. All right. I'm so torn. I think
Are you talking about your penis after?
Yes.
I just can't get a handle on it. I can't get a handle on it.
Yeah. This is so hard.
Again.
Are you talking about Bauer's penis now?
No.
Are you talking about
well, we've come to a T. All right. I gotta say, my second choice is fuck, we have a problem, because that would have been such a better thing for them to have said. But also, the winner, I think I'm gonna break the tie, and the winner is to fuck or not to fuck, because that is a question that a lot of us have had throughout our lives.
Through the show. Through this episode.
Throughout the show as well.
Through this episode.
Also, guys, quick update. Rachel's boyfriend has just been poisoned to death.
and let me just say,
They
oddly
made a
enough,
drawing of Rachel's armpits. Okay.
it was the authorities say there was an empty bag of pasta next to him. So that's all right. So that's the winner. So
Australia.
Galena, the way you claim your prize is you go to our website sdscshow.com and you shoot us an email and claim the prize. That's how it works.
Okay, cool.
Hey, thank you guys. I didn't expect that at all.
But by the way, I mean, for me, for someone who comes from an authoritarian country coming here to see Trump, I don't know why didn't anybody said, "Make America fuck again." I mean, that is very obvious.
Someone did say that.
Somebody did it?
No, they said, "Make America fucked again."
Yeah, damn it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So, Bassem, did you have any entries? You have anything you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, I think if I was God in the Book of Genesis and I feel extremely bored, I would say like, "Fuck it, let there be light," and and maybe kind of like use it very simply for Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire. You fuck me. And again, I think after that quarantine, it will be the survival of the fuckers. So it's I'm out.
Nice. Gianmarco, you got any?
Yeah, I think fuck like nobody's watching.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can make money on your OnlyFans. You really got to get into it. And those who do not remember the fuck are condemned to repeat it.
I like it. All right, cool. Rachel, do you have any?
I have 4.
Okay.
Do you want me to read them, or do you guys want to go back and forth?
We can go back and forth. I got a couple. I might decide not to do some of these.
I have like 10, but I can do less.
Okay, Ben, why don't you go first?
All right, sure. We've got life is what happens when you're busy fucking other plans.
Okay, I've got, it's the famous Nelson Mandela quote about erections. He says, "The greatest glory in living lies not in never fucking, but in rising every time we fuck."
Very intellectual, Rachel. Very intellectual.
Thank you so much. That made so much.
And patriotic in the same time.
I mean, I got a quote. I'm a sports guy. I got to quote the great Wayne Gretzky. You miss 100% of the fucks you don't take.
That is true. I've got be yourself. Everyone else is already fucked.
I've got Maya Angelou. You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be fucked.
Nice.
Mine is Teddy Roosevelt's advice to the bedroom. Fuck softly and carry a big stick.
Or a long, skinny stick, at least.
Long, floppy, orange, incredibly impressive stick. I've got the famous Socrates quote, "The unexamined fuck is not worth fucking."
We've got Abraham Lincoln. In the end, it's not the years in your life that count. It's the life in your fucks. You gotta have lively fucks.
That which does not fuck us makes us stronger.
Yes.
The quote about rejection.
Yes, I know.
Malcolm X once said, "A man who stands for nothing will fuck for anything." Even
but
like
that's how Bowers fucks. He has to stand. I'm so confused.
And apparently Bassem will do it for $100 tip. $5. Okay.
I'm very cheap right now.
I hope you didn't hear that, Carmel.
Rachel.
Okay, so the last one I have is from Helen Keller. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be fucked with the heart.
Ben.
I've got God fucks those that fuck themselves.
I have the very encouraging one from Fred Rogers after a tragedy. Look for the fuckers. Look for the fuckers.
Oh, sad. I've got the George Orwell quote that really warned us about a very dark dystopian future. Big Brother is fucking you.
How about fuck one thing every day that scares you? As I was writing that down, all I could think was, every day?
All I could think is I'm going to be fucking a lot of spiders.
Hey, I just thought of one. Can I say one thing?
Please.
Yeah. Related to my medical profession.
Yeah, sure.
A fuck a day keeps the doctor away.
Unless you have functional armpits, then you never know.
Ben, I got a couple more. What do you got?
I got 3 more.
Perfect.
All right.
I've got Winston Churchill once said, "Keep fucking and carry on."
Mine is about revolution. Let them fuck cake.
I have one in honor of Bassem. Fuck like an Egyptian.
Into the armpits.
Is that why they're going like
That's
this?
that
in the
dance. Yeah,
song?
that's the dance. That's the dance.
Holy shit.
We didn't know.
Oh!
No! Now you know. Now you know.
Into the armpits of despair.
All right. I also have don't cry because it's over. Smile because fucking happened.
I have the Nathan Hale quote, "Don't shoot until you fuck the whites of their eyes."
God.
That's Laurie Kilmartin.
Is that your last one?
That's my
Oh my
last
God, Powers. You have one more?
I have one more for Albert Einstein.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to fuck a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it's stupid.
Love it. All right, we did it, everybody. We did it.
Oh, I didn't do my
God.
last one.
Oh shit! All right, I thought you were okay. My bad. Go.
No. My last one is just what I think the quote should be. If at first you don't succeed, fucking try again.
I love it. All right, now we did it. All right, we're there. So, Gianmarco, where do we find you at in the world?
That's my full long name. That's at Gianmarco Soresi.
Cool.
Twitter, Instagram.
You don't want to be found, right?
Come find me.
Follow him on Instagram, everybody. Giancarlo Stanton. Make sure to follow him on Instagram.
Thank you.
I love your chicken, by the way. Los pollos hermanos forever, brother.
Thanks, buddy. We'll see you next time. You were awesome. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bassem, where do we find you, buddy?
Instagram at Bassem.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
it.
that's
You want to
I've
be
got it.
found, don't you?
Yes, but I can't afford to have like a Middle Eastern name to scare everybody away. Add Bassem. Be ambiguous.
All right, great job. Well, we really appreciate you being here, man. It was awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
coming on. You're a legend, man. We're happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you. I will hit the leave. Bye, guys. Thank you. Thank you for all the armpits. Thank you for all the tips. Thank you for all the drawings. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Wait, hold on, Bassem. One last thing. But
What?
before you go, we got 2 things. Show you first. Rachel got something for you there.
A 2-armpit salute for you.
Oh my God!
And
Can I tip?
and Leedy has something for you as well.
Come on, Lady. Yes, Lady. I mean, you got the armpit right, but I don't know why somebody hit her in the face.
Is that your second thing? Wow, she broke. All right.
so
I have a
guys.
couple of tips
I
left
think
over for Bassem. So
Thank
if he just
you.
wants to turn off his video instead of leaving, but
Oh, okay.
let's see.
I will stop my video.
There we go. So we had Renee Hutchison tipped the show and said, "Fun fact: armpit intercourse is called exillism." Sorry, Queen, I know you're not gonna be able to pronounce it, but apparently it is a
34,
thing.
baby.
Number 34. We also had Heather O'Connor tip the show $5 a general tip, and then she said, "Bassem, I live in Massachusetts." We had.
By the way, tonight I am definitely hitting up Pornhub and searching for international outlaw former surgeon comedy armpit porn.
We had Tam at our live audience tip the show $25 and said, "Bassem, you are a gem of a human being."
Oh, thank you.
And then
Is
Gus
that a
Wall-
gem? Was that a gem or a jam? Like
Gem, like it's a good thing.
Not the one that we eat. Okay, all right, thank you. English is a second language. I mean,
Jam lettuce?
Jam.
Oh, jam
jams,
lettuce.
Jams. Okay.
Oh, yams.
No,
Jam.
jams. Little
Jam.
jams, little spoon
And
jams.
jams.
Okay. Yeah,
Peanut butter
jams.
jam.
Oh, like gymnasium.
Yeah, jam. Yes. Traffic jam.
Let's go back to Andrew in his car.
A couple more.
Absolutely. Oh god.
All right.
Oh.
Just
All
a
right.
couple more things. So Gus Walsh tipped the show and said, "Also, I thought Steve would love this Jonathan Swift quote. May you fuck all the days of your life." And then there was an entry from Jeff Jones that said, "To fuck or not to fuck, that is the questions. That is not the question that Steve asks."
Very cool.
I just don't ask it of anybody else.
He sometimes likes to play hard to get, so it creates the appearance of some kind of an effort put in, you know.
You hear that, Carmel?
All right, let's say bye to the audience.
All right, thanks, audience. We love you. You guys have been
Bye. You're
awesome
great.
as of
Thank you,
always.
guys.
We'll
Thank you.
see
That's
you
fun.
tomorrow.
Bye.
See you
Thank
tomorrow. Plug. You have anything to plug, Rach? What, you
No,
got
I'm
coming
good.
to
I'm just gonna leave now. Bye, everybody.
Oh,
And you have your show
Rachel,
coming
you're
up?
killing me. You're killing me, Rach.
Rachel, you literally have your show coming up.
Those are very good.
Oh yeah, I have my show coming up. Sorry, I'm gonna. I can't
That's what
do
I
this
thought.
anymore. It's hot.
Back. Oh, baby, she's
so-
back. Okay. Wait, I'm back too. Whoa.
You can catch Rachel on the finale of How I Met Your Mother tomorrow night.
Or in Paul.
Your armpits. Okay.
AirPod died. So I've got a show at Nowhere Comedy Club that I'm producing on November. I can't do that.
Rachel has a show August 20th at Nowhere Comedy Club that she is producing that is the best of SDSC, all the regulars. Even her video froze. This is
That's an incredible freeze frame.
It's a,
So, if you guys want to check out Comedy Juice presents the best of STSC at Nowhere Comedy Club on August 20th, you can do so. When I said, Rachel, do you have anything to plug? She misunderstood.
Computer died.
Is that a euphemism or?
Rach, here's the freeze frame. Rach, check this out.
Bassem, aren't you glad you didn't leave the chat yet?
yes. The rights is.
Find me at Bowers Comedy. And I will be in person tonight and tomorrow at where the fuck are we? We are in St. Louis at Helium, the Helium St. Louis Club. So come check that out. Socially distance comedy show. Buy your table, wear a mask. We'll be there. Ben.
I have my monthly show with Greg Proops, Glebe, and Greg. It's a G Thing improv games. Whose Line Is It Anyway style on August 21st at Nowhere Comedy Club. Please get a ticket. And also a charity very dear to my heart this Saturday, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific at Nowhere Comedy Club. I am hosting with Nikki Glaspie the former drummer for Beyonce, a huge, amazing charity event. It's an after party for a week of fundraising. They've raised over $100,000 for kids from Watts and surrounding underserved communities to send them to camp once things clear up and to provide them with healthy meals and activities that are safe, COVID safe during this time. So it's an awesome after party with live music from Ivan Neville and Dumpsta Funk and Mth Power, and comedians like Craig Robinson, Brad Williams, Baron Vaughn from Grace and Frankie, and Katrina Davis, all tomorrow night, 5 o'clock, $10 ticket at nowherecomedyclub.com. Please join us. It'll be a fun 2-hour party. We will see you then. And yeah, so that's that.
I should have plugged my thing first. It's not as good. If you guys want to see my director's commentary show is Sunday. Check out second half of Ginger Kid and one of the heckler clips Sunday at nowherecomedyclub.com. So check that out. And of course, every Saturday night, Ask Us Anything with Daniel Muggleton.
Very cool.
Love that. And don't try to see Steve on the 22nd of anything, a year, a month. Fuck that. No 22nd.
As far as I know, I have nothing on the 22nd.
Rachel, we got anything to catch up on before we get out of here?
Did anybody plug my show or?
We did. No, Steve did a very good job.
I did a couple times.
Nope, that's it. So I'll,
see you, Rach.
Second time's the charm. Bye, everybody. Oh, that's a hairy armpit.
All right.
All right, guys, it was super. What a great show. You guys are awesome.
What a
Bassem, again,
blast.
thank you for being here. That was super fun. We will see you guys tomorrow. I will see you tomorrow.
And before we get out of here, I also just want to say one more thing about Bassem. Obviously, your life experience is incredible. Your comedy is fantastic, but just something behind the scenes about his character. This is how humble a heart surgeon turned famous revolutionary comic is. He had reached out to me on Facebook about something unrelated and introduced himself as if hey, I'm a comedian and here's what I do. I'm like, yeah, I know who the fuck you are. I know who you are, man. Everyone knows who you are. And so just to shout out of even with the success you've had and the amazing things you've done, to stay that humble is incredible. And I just want to say thank you much for being on the show, man.
No, but I have to tell them why did I reach out to you, because that's important. Because here's the thing, I'm doing stand-up comedy in English, and for me, doing stand-up comedy in a second language is very hard. So I'm always worried about being heckled, being put down by audience, and it's not my language. So I started watching the show. It's like, oh my God, this guy really give it to the hecklers. I need to study his style. So I just watching it, I'm amazed. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna send him you know what? I'm learning a lot from you. Amazing thing. And I don't want anything. I just want to say you're amazing, great, because I wanted maybe I would run to him in a comedy club. Then COVID came. It's all right, there's no comedy clubs. I'm just gonna send it to him. And he was so nice, let's meet. And the fucker made me drive 40 minutes to go meet him in the valley. But but I did. I drove because that's Los Angeles. No, but it was amazing. Thank you so much, Steve. I mean, I'm really honored. I'm still studying your style, and hopefully when comedy comes back again, I'm gonna give it to the hecklers in their asses.
Well, means the world to me, Bassem, because you're an original and a legend, and we thank you for being on the show. This is a hell of an episode. Thank you for being here, man.
Thank you so much.
That was really, really beautiful and touching for me, and I'm so glad that the two of them had the chance to meet in person and just check out each other's armpits up close and personal. And the show normally lasts 90 minutes or so. It's almost 2 hours now. My mother's birthday dinner begins in 4 minutes at El Torito Grill, and I have to get there very fast. But I'm sure she'll understand that I am late because we were putting the word fuck in famous quotes and being aroused by armpits. I'm sure it'll be a great excuse. Thank you guys for being with us. What a show.
You missed your mother's birthday sound check?
Breaking up, Steve. You're breaking up. Much like Rachel is with her boyfriend right about now. Night, everybody, and thank you for being here. We'll see you soon. Tomorrow, in fact.
The armpit! What's the armpit?
Show me your armpit!
Take it out. Take it out.
Oh, no! Hot here. It's very hot here. Wow. Swap life!
Bye, guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Are we clear? Casey, are you muted? We good, Casey? Okay. Stick around while everyone's gone. We'll talk.